was awakened by raindrops hitting my face. Welcome to episode 63, by the way, of my Seraphic Blue playthrough. First thing I smelled was something burning. The first thing I saw was burning wreckage scattered all over. The Roanoke was destroyed completely upon crashing into the land. All of us, including me, were down on the ground after having been thrown here and there. Normally, no one will be able to survive a crash like that. But somehow, not only we were alive, but we were also neither in great pain nor injured at all. Moments before the crash, and just before we lost conscious, we could feel ourselves being wrapped in light. I don't know what kind of trick that was, but it appeared to be some sort of defensive barrier. I was in a daze. My body felt extremely heavy and was unable to move freely. I was, however, able to muster enough strength to look around. Was there, I saw something caught my eyes. Far in the distance, I saw an unfamiliar blue plane and several people near it. Those people looked to be black-suited men, a guy holding a sword, and Vene. Lake! It's no use crying for help. Crew guard might have protected your friends from injuries and death, but in exchange for that, it caused them to become extremely worn out. You're feeling alright only because we have restored your energy. We didn't do the same for the rest, though. They'll remain foggy for some time. Whatever they see or hear now will only appear or sound strange to them. What do you intend to do with Lake and the rest? We only have use for you. The rest are to be eliminated by this mercenary here, who we have brought along. I won't allow you to do that. I doubt you'll be able to do anything on your own. Now come. No, let go of me. Give it up. Ugh. What a hard-headed woman. Are you sure I could kill every one of them? Yes, by all means. As you do so, we will head back to the LAJ first to bring this woman to Mr. Rosberg. You are expected to finish them off before the plane returns here to fetch you. I don't even need that long to kill them given their half-dead state. That's true enough. We'll be counting on you then. I can't move my body, no matter how hard I tried. As I laid flat on the ground, I saw Vene being carried into the plane before it flew away from my sight. I felt shame, angry, and bitterness. These feelings grew stronger by the minute and gave me the strength to finally be able to move my body. Ironic it was that I could only begin to move after Vene was taken away. I pulled myself up, only to see the guy with the sword standing right in front of me. Why, is this something? So you managed to get yourself on your feet, huh? Give Vene back. Huh. You're really pathetic, you know that. Could even protect or save a woman. Shut up. Why, you're biting more than you can chew. You're barely standing. It's a real disgrace for me as a man to finish off a pitiful guy like you. Cut that shit. Come at me this instant. I'll make sure to knock your block off at once and rescue Vene. Yeah, I get how eager you are. Then, I'll just have to make this quick for you. Prepare to die. Stop right there. Oh. Elena. What's the meaning of this? Step aside. No, I will not do that. Lake is my dear son. I will not allow anyone to hurt him. Hey, are you trying to win sympathy from me by crying now? I'm not the one to fall for something like that so easily, alright? Now, get out of the way. I told you I will not do that. You freaking old hag. Stop messing around or I'll kill you too. You got that? So be it then. I'll do anything to protect my son, even at the cost of my life. Stop it. Elena, don't bother about me. What are you saying now, my son? At a time like this, please allow me to at least do my part as your foster mother. Otherwise, I'll feel lonely. Now, kill me if you dare. I will not let you lay a single finger on Lake. Why, you? Tch, if death's what you want, then you'll get just that. Die. Elena. Why are you bleeding like this? Hey, say something. Sorry, you can't. Whoa, shit. Lake's got his wings. Black wings. What the hell's with this guy? Kill. Kill everyone. Ugh. Don't come near me. Spare no one. Kill y'all. Every one of you must die. No! Be gone. I was kind of expecting like an actual battle. Hold on, Vinny. I'm now coming for you. Wow. That's pretty sad. I mean, I understand, like, it was kind of in a rush, but... Hey, over here. There are people collapsed on the ground. Thank goodness they're alive. They're just unconscious. Elena! How terrible. She's stained with blood. Damn it. The bleeding won't stop. She won't make it at this rate. Elena, hang in there. A doctor. Someone call a doctor. If you're looking for a doctor, here I am. Yo, is that the quack doctor? You're a doctor. What's the patient's status? It's terrible. She's bleeding nonstop. Elena, how did this happen to you? You'll do all it takes to save her, won't you? Of course I will. She is, after all, my first patient since my career rebooted. I won't allow her to die. For that, I will require assistance from the both of you. Can you help carry her? Sure, we'll do whatever you need us to do so long as you save Elena. You have my word. Don't worry, Elena. I will save you without fail. I am now re-equipped with the white coat and the medical tools which I thankfully did not discard. From this day on, I vow to never be left in the dust again. I will be a doctor for the rest of my life, and I'll show everyone just what I, Langer House, am truly capable of. All right. That was quite a while. Quite a read. You're done with me. Yes, I no longer have use for you. But why, my dear father? As we speak, the men who I have dispatched earlier to the Ronokis crash site are on their way back here with Vene. In other words, Cyrus' spirit will soon be in my possession. However, I have been informed that there is technically no way to link her spirit to your body. Hence, there is a need to create a Virginia 29, a new version of Virginia. Preparations are already in progress. The creation of her raw body is expected to begin in a few days' time. Virginia 29 will be the one to eventually become Syra Rosberg. That is my one and only beloved daughter. So, I don't need you anymore. Virginia 28, VVF. Are you abandoning me? I understand that it is disgraceful of me to do this, but at least I am allowing you to retire from here. You have served your role incredibly well. You also have superior combat abilities. It would be a little regrettable to dispose of you by feeding you to the Neo-Devils like I did with all versions of the Virginia before you. What will you do to me then? Nothing. You are free to leave me for good and live as you desire. Feel free to tell me if there's anything you need. I can give you a farewell gift of any kind. I can even give you money that will last you a lifetime so long as you don't waste it. Having all the money in the world without sweating it out is, after all, one of the greatest blessings in this transcendent society. Now, don't be shy. Tell me what would you like to have. I can grant you anything that you wish for. Give me some time to think. Very well. This is an important decision that will determine what sort of abundance you will hereafter. Life is all about being covertous without needless hesitation. Yes, my dear father. Just like that. My heart isn't beating normally all of a sudden. There's a rather tight sensation in my chest. My dear father parted ways with me without batting an eye. An unconceivable feeling emerged within me. Autotext, not only do I feel hot and cold at the same time, but there's also an endless, oh my god, the speed! What do I have to do? What's going to happen for me from here on out? This is the first time I ever felt pain in my chest. Well, this kind of reminds me of how my first day at work ended on a pleasant note. Blue Wing, a surveillance plane used exclusively by the LAJ personnel. It's a priceless gem designed entirely by me. Not only does this plane have heavy emphasis on mobility, but it's also made to fly like a bird. In fact, this design was inspired from a book about birds. I have to say, it was well worth spending an entire night coming up with the design. Come to think of it, I wonder how Hedy is doing right now. She betrayed Frezite by joining Robin, and went on to betray George, as well as causing a defect in the CBECS before going missing. And as she usually wears a seemingly sad face, that's just uncharacteristic of her. I wonder what's the deal with her in the end. Well, that aside, this is probably the final decisive battle between the ground and the Frezites. To be honest, I had hoped it wouldn't come down to this. The LAJ is no doubt an abnormal monstrosity. Even against Frezite, it does stand a chance of winning. In other words, the inferior humans are likely to surpass the superior Seri humans in strength after having come this far. The LAJ has certainly showed just how powerful humans can be. That said, I'm naturally different from George. My goal was simply to showcase the strength of the LAJ. I did just that, and now I'm satisfied. I could care less about this decisive battle. But the thing is, what I'm going to do from here on out. If I continue to stick with George, I'll surely become a war criminal. Try to wash my hands of him, after all. Can I do it? And if I do, will I be able to redeem myself? At any rate, where am I going to go should I choose to desert this place? Damn it. My goal has already been achieved. And it's not like I really wanted this war to happen. I just wanted to prove that humans are no pushovers. What should I do? My, do you look troubled, as one would expect of a juvenile trying to escape from his shadow. Hide, why are you still here? George is gonna kill you if you don't get out of here soon. Well, you don't need to worry about that. After all, George's defeat has already been sealed. Huh? What do you mean by that? Did you come up with another plan or something? No, George pretty much dug his own grave. He discarded his winning card for this decisive battle. It's best that you cut ties with him. The card he holds now is that of a catastrophe. If you wouldn't want to be caught in his downfall, would you? Are you afraid that he will bite back with his fangs if you choose to betray him? Not really. Then what is it that is holding you back? Could it be that you are afraid of giving up everything you have achieved until now and starting from scratch? The fact is, you and I have fostered a strong working relationship with each other during the course of the LAJ project. That is how I know just what is going through your mind. You have been leading a reactive life rather than a proactive one. In fact, you have been living in your own world. By doing that, you are only deceiving and misleading yourself. Hence, please stop all of that and start taking the initiative to seek your own truth path in life. One thing of note is that the fear of inferiority is pretty much ties in with the false sense of superiority. In other words, you have only been trying to escape from inferiority, not striving to superiority. To merely fear superior while living in your own shadow is something I would hardly call living life to the fullest. Such as a path in life has no meaning to it, and is only filled with instaupidity and gloominess. And the only thing that awaits at the end of that path is a coffin depicting loneliness and remorse. The LAJ is the perfect example of that. Decide for yourself your own path in life. After all, there is still a future ahead of you. Yeah, I get it. I will. Hey, where are you going? You are really fortunate, I must say. After all, you have that lady beside you, who will be embarking on the same journey as you. Same journey as me? Hey, what is this all about? George basically lost his winning card in two ways. First, he discarded it. And second, as a result of that, that card now stands on its own feet and has decided to part from George. Well, that's how it is. Wait! You told me that I still have a future, right? What about you then? Don't you have a future too? What do you think? You have a future. You're, after all, a kind lady. You're a greenhorn as usual, Foider. I appreciate your sentiment, though. You know, with the little time we got with these characters, I actually like them. Will you be able to fly the blue wing? Of course, I created it after all. Well, I don't quite get the whole story, but at least I have you to gradually tell me about it. Do you have a destination in mind? Yes, I do. Then let's go. Say, Hidi, it's not that I want to pry further into your life, but where exactly are you heading to? Alright, I wonder where they're going. You think Virginia would actually take up her offer for the OHG, or what? One of the Blue Wings is about to depart from the hangar at level 1 without permission. What should we do about it? It must be Virginia. Leave it be. I promised her a farewell gift after all. Are you sure about letting her go? Well, I no longer have use for her. But with her gone, won't you be left with those good-for-nothing black suit bodyguards? She is but a person like any other. At any rate, less than a perfect clone like her is a mere eyesore. My, you sure are a cold guy. But aren't you afraid that she'll get back at you? It's impossible. Her pseudo-personality is fixed by the law of nature in such a way that her love for me and her loyalty to me can never disappear. Hence, there is no way she will retaliate against me. She won't even think of doing it. If she were to ever return to me, she would be certain to kneel before me and beg me to love her once again. Yes, I could imagine her doing that while crying and uttering with a trembling voice. So, what will you do? No matter what, I will only show true love to none other than the real Syra. I see. But shouldn't you not underestimate her? Isn't there a saying that goes something like, the greatest hate springs from the greatest love? Oh, to think the cancerous demon would actually speak of human emotion. How laughable. Well, that's not really my intention. I don't understand the human heart at any rate. It's just second-hand knowledge that I got from an acquaintance of mine. Well, no matter. It's nothing to worry about anyway. More importantly, Syra's resurrection cannot come soon enough. I will not allow anyone to interfere with it. You really are sharp, my acquaintance. This guy has certainly become a tad bit more interesting. Alright, so I wonder what Lake is up to. Fate took a turn for the worst as it fell into the dark abyss and remained there for hours. We lost consciousness as a result of the Ronokis crash landing and were saved by the townspeople of the Kokomo. When we woke up, though, we didn't see Lake and Venna anywhere. We also learned that Elena, the owner of the orphanage of Kokomo, was seriously injured, causing the orphanage to be in a somber mood. Though her life was saved by a talented doctor who happened to pass by, she is still in a state of immense pain, which will take a while to recover. Furthermore, if Elena were to find out that Lake had gone to the LAJ on his own, she is most likely Lake's foster mother. I could tell even without anyone telling me. Yes, Lake went alone to the LAJ to save Vinny, who was kidnapped by George's men. And there were several people who said they saw a black-winged angel flying toward the LAJ. Who else could that be but Lake? Seraphic Blue. It's an entity that is supposed to have pure, glittering white wings. Yet, Fate has somehow decided that its wings be dyed pure black. How long are you gonna stand in the rain? You'll catch a cold. What about you? I'm already used to it. Then I could say the same for me. All the hard work I put into training is not just for show. That evil-looking black flying saucer in the sky. We'll take it down no matter what. You have a plan in mind, though. The thing is, the Frezite army, which looks to be our only hope now, still hasn't shown up. Well, it can't be helped. The army is, after all, still preoccupied with dealing with George's ambush squad. George is, no doubt, a ruthless schemer. To be exact, no one can beat him when it comes to trembling with dignity of people. He pretty much treats people like weeds. For instance, from what I heard, he ordered the Juves to be blown up during the LAJ's ascent without evacuating the people in the city. As a result, everyone in the city was killed. In that case, then all the more that he needs to be taught a lesson. He ought to taste firsthand the gut-wrenching humiliation of getting defeated by those so-called weeds. How about showing a little more expression? Huh? I can sense rage in you. You have a fury aura that is only being negated by the cold rain at the moment. Or should I perhaps say that the cold rain is barely keeping that intense aura of yours in check? Sorry, but I'm all the while expressionless. It's true that I tend to get rather fired up at times, especially when I'm face to face with mighty enemies. The last time I was filled with this much zeal was back when I faced Zastia. And can I say that zeal of yours is a good omen? Nah, I personally think it's evil. Get inside the house already, will you? You're really gonna catch a cold at this rate. Besides, shouldn't you be accompanying Doris? You're right. I wonder if we're gonna learn more about Lancert and his face-off against Zastia. That's one of the things I really want to learn about. Oh boy, are we about to learn it? Yes, this burning sensation that I feel now. It's not in the least different from the one I had 10 years ago. You know, for some reason I thought it was 20 years ago or something like that. And it represents my strong belief and determination to win, which eventually paid off. However, what truly awaited me in the end was... I pray that an outcome like that doesn't happen again. That's something I wouldn't call a hard-fought victory, but a... The rain back in Chaos was unusually so cold. It felt like stabs. The rain droplets there were like icicles. It was a type of rain that depicted only emptiness and despair. But the rain today is much worse than that. It seems to fall forever, and everything in this rain appears to be freezing to death. That's how dreadful the rain is. To all the queens of Frezite before me, who now resides in the heavens, and to Hassan as well. Bless us with the radiance of the heavens amidst these depths of darkness. Please. God's non-existence is proof that my hope and faith for others are genuine. In that case, I shall pray to my own perception of God right here and now. May the warm light of hope shine upon those who are freezing in this rain. And may the evil dark shadows that threaten to bring down the heavens be vanquished. Let our wishes be known to the grand blue sky. Will Big Sister Vene come back? No, she won't come back to us. We'll fetch her instead. Fetch her? We'll be sure to bring her back with our own hands. Let's do our best together, okay, Doris? Yes, we'll do our best together. This time, I will protect Big Sister. I wonder how's Lake doing. Can we really do this? Oh, are you chickening out now? Says who? I'll show you what I'm made of. No, now that it comes down to this, I can do just about anything. I wonder if we're about to get a new airship. But seriously, this is unbelievable. To think you of all people would choose to leave here. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure myself why I'm doing this. In fact, it's the first time in my life that I'm having this kind of feeling. But what? At the very least, this feeling clearly tells me where I should go from here. That's the only place I can go now, after having lost the place where I belong. The Valkyrie's perception of the world has certainly changed. Welcome to the world of the inferior humans, Miss Valkyrie Fake. So that's the kind of path I'll be embarking on from here on out. We'll pull through this together. We'll pull through this. We're in this together, after all. Yes, we are. Farewell, George. The Valkyrie has now abandoned you. That would be cool. She seems completely unresponsive. You've just injected a sedative into her. It was so to prevent the risk of her becoming enraged and triggering Seraphic trance. Certainly the drug has induced physical fatigue in her. It has also caused her to be in a temporary coma-like state. While she still has some consciousness, her mind is virtually aloof to her surroundings. She will recover eventually, won't she? I heard that this condition could obstruct the transfer of a spirit from one body to another. Not to worry. It will take a while, but she will but she is certain to recover. Alright. Now, leave the two of us alone. I want you to ensure the LAJ is being operated as usual. Also inform me once the Iron Hammer is ready to be fired again. As you wish. Well, I suppose it is a good thing that she is now a lifeless doll. At any rate, her body and mind are elegant as opposed to her soul. Syra, you still remember me. I am your father. Oh, my adorable, lovely Syra. I swear that I'll never let you go again. After all, a world without you is meaningless. Even if I gain control of the whole world, I will never be satisfied unless you return to life. Now, show your love for me. My one and only beloved Syra. Please, I beg you, don't kill me. Where's Vene? You mean that blue-haired woman? She's with Mr. Rosberg. They're in a restricted area at level 4. It's called the private sector. I see. Hey, I gave you the answer that you wanted. Let me go. Look, I'm even unarmed. This means I have no intention of hurting you. So please. Do you think I give a shit? What? He's swearing, holy shit. I'll kill you all. Ah! Kill, kill, kill. Die. Holy shit. I'll kill every last one of them. I won't spare anyone. Not even the likes of that damn bastard. All of them must die. Episode 35, Seraphic Blue, Beyond the Heavens. I think I might want to stop here. Stop early here, maybe. Nah, I'll keep reading a little bit more. With the Frezite army nowhere to be seen, we felt helpless as we watched the rain fall for what seemed like an eternity. Raindrops splattered on the windows, and the only sound of rain filled with the cold air. Or, only the sound of rain. Whatever. We were all at a loss for words, with no idea what to do. And gradually, we found ourselves being dragged deeper into darkness. However, it was not the end for us. We would soon be back on our feet. Hey guys, an airplane just landed. Auto text, cool. No, it's a blue airplane. It's likely the same plane that Vanna was on board. Then it must be George's assassins. They probably came all the way here, especially to kill us. I guess we got no choice but to get out of there and engage them. Yes, we cannot afford to implicate the townspeople in this situation. Let's go. Oh shit, we're about to get ourselves a new airship. Whoa. Virginia. Why is this a pleasant surprise? I didn't expect all of you to take the initiative to greet me in the rain. Or why this is a pleasant surprise. So, you're the one sent to kill us all, huh? It is a real pity that you would remain our enemy to the very end. Hey, what should we do? Is there something we should do? Huh? Can't you see that they're all ready and raring to take us down? To think you really have no guts for someone who was once the heads of the LAJ's development. Now I know how naivety is largely associated with those with little sense of the outside world. The plan is simple. Now that we've come this far, it won't be wise to resort to tricks. We'll just have to do what we ought to do. She's coming. Where are you going? Oh, I almost forgot. Does this town have a flower to spare? Oh, that was her reason for coming here. A flower. Yes, you heard me. I haven't had the chance to find one during my trip here from the LAJ. What do you need a flower for? Well, I heard it's customary to lay at least a flower on the grave when paying a visit to it. I see. She's paying okay. This is really strange if I do say so myself. It feels as if I'm standing in front of my own grave. Well, that man is to blame for all this. That man, I'm referring to George. This is the place where a grave sin of his is buried at. What's with you all of a sudden? I don't remember you addressing George like that ever before. Aren't you supposed to be the Valkyrie who will never discard her love for George and her loyalty to him? Syra Rosberg suffered an untimely death at a young age because of George. And I'm a biohuman who carries Syra's DNA. Because of that, I feel obligated to come here to offer a prayer to her. And not only that, but I'm here to make a vow as well. A vow? I don't know if George can truly be deemed as a black lion or a god, but what I do know is that he's a criminal whose dominance knows no bounds, and who is out to rip the world apart. I vow to kill him with my own hands. And I want all of you to help me with that. You want us to help you take down George? That's right. I can't quite trust you. For all we know, you could just spring a surprise attack on us at any time. Well, I can understand why you feel that way. From the looks of it, though, it does appear that she is serious about seeking help from us and dealing with George. But I can't really tell if she is lying or telling the truth. Me neither. After all, she's a biohuman with no aura or even facial expression of her own. It's hard to tell what she's thinking. Why did Big Sister Virginia come here? Does Big Sister Virginia hate George now? Simply put, yes. With Venom now in his hands, George has made arrangements to create a new version of Virginia for the purpose of resurrecting Syra. As a result, he told the current Virginia that he has no longer had use for her. But as you know, her love for George and her loyalty to him are classified as law of nature. In other words, now that George has abandoned her, she's able to oppose that law. That's like saying how an apple somehow manages to stay in midair after falling from a tree. It's a classic case of the impossible becoming possible. At any rate, it would now appear that her feelings for George have become negative. Negative, you say? You've heard of the saying that the greatest hatred stems from the greatest love, right? A person who is hurt by the one he or she is in love with will naturally bear deep hospitality and hatred towards the latter. In that case, Virginia. That's right. Her absolute love for George and her absolute loyalty towards him have changed into absolute hostility and hatred towards him. This means that the one standing before you right now is the Valkyrie who wishes from the bottom of her heart to defeat George. So it seems the tide has turned. By making an enemy of Virginia, George has pretty much let Lady Luck slip away. He reminded me a lot of the many people who ended up becoming strayed in chaos, after eventually losing big in the casino of envy. Lady Luck left them, causing them to come down in the world. So you're saying George is going to suffer a heavy loss? I find it pretty hard to believe, though. Well, the fact is, no one is immune to failure. There's always a chance of failure happening at any point in life. Perhaps this is George's time to finally experience what it means to fail. Ultimately, I would say it is foolish of him to declare the Valkyrie an enemy of his. The Fool, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune. Talk about an iconic coincidence. Indeed it is. If you have a choice, though, what would it be the one tarot card that you would pick for George? It would have to be the Hanged Man. Oh well, funny you should say that. I thought death would be most suitable for him. In any case, I have a good feeling that it'll be a win-win situation for both you guys and us. I suppose you're right. Then allow me to ask of all of you again. Will you join us in taking down George? Yes, we'll join you. It's settled then. Let's head to the LAJ at once. Are we going there via the blue plane that you used to come here? Yes, it's known as the Blue Wing. A surveillance plane built exclusively for use by the LAJ's personnel. Then, it'll look like we'll be able to enter the LAJ without suspicion. Well, sorry to say, but that won't be possible. The thing is, Virginia and I flew the plane out of the LAJ without permission. Who knows what will be in store for us if we fly the plane back there now. Hey, look, the rain stopped. The rain stopped. Was that from the LAJ? I like the design of these ships. They look pretty cool. No, it's the Frezite Army's Daisy airships. They're finally here. Alright, now we have the perfect opportunity to sneak past the line of fire and into the LAJ. Voidor, can you do it? Leave it to me. I'll make sure our plane powers its way through the LAJ light gunfire and avoids its heavy gunfire at all costs. Show us what you got then. So it's finally time for the decisive battle of George. To think the sinful Black Lion would still be ruining the lives of countless others to this day. He and his pretentious title of Black Lion will be erased from existence soon enough. We'll smash that predator's fangs and eliminate him once and for all. Now then, let's begin our retaliation. Our objection is the LAJ. George and the fucking auto text, man, I was too slow. And so we boarded the Blue Wing and headed for the LAJ. As we did, we could see a fierce battle between the LAJ and the Frezite Army's Daisy airships. The airships had surrounded the LAJ in all directions and were firing numerous shells at it. But the LAJ was not to give in, as it countered with its own endless barrage of shots. It was a heated exchange of gunfire. The sky looked as if it was burning in flames, with smoke all over it. The two sides are evenly matched. No, rather the LAJ appears to have a slight edge over the Daisy airships. At this rate, it's only going to get worse for the Frezite Army. If we don't hurry and infiltrate the LAJ in hope of turning the situation around. George? What's with that innocent tone of yours all of a sudden? Well, you know, a fly's coming our way. Oh, you mean that blue-winged metallic fly? I want to play with it. Do as you like. You sure? That woman is but a scrap of the past. Whoa, you're a damn cold old man. Won't you at least take pity on her just this once? I don't remember saying that you can fool around with me. If you're so inclined, how about I tie your whole body and let you have fun flying down from the sky? Relax, I was just joking. Since you will be playing with that fly, I expect that you will put up a grand show, won't you? Of course. It's always fun messing around with people, you know. They're toys that's meant to be played with and killed. Yikes. What in the world is this? A large quantity of airborne monsters just been detected via the radar. Airborne monsters? I bet they're George's forces, aren't they? Yeah, no doubt about that. Something strange about their movements, though. They're coming straight towards us. All of them? Are you saying none of them are targeting the Daisy airships? In that case, don't tell me. It would seem that George is not in the mood to welcome his daughter's return. He most likely intends to bring down this plane at all costs. I can't believe you, George. To think you would change your attitude towards me so quickly, after all the love that you showered upon me. It's been 22 years since Ira passed away, and yet nothing has changed it of you. You're but a rotten green... What? I can't even say that word. I'll make sure you bite the dust. So what should we do? To try to put those monsters to rout. Voider, is this plane equipped with firearms? No, this is nothing more than a non-combat surveillance plane. The only specialty it has, though, is a barrier field capable of protecting an entire plane. Then I guess the only way to take care of the monsters is to try to lure them to the plane deck and fight them face to face. Does this plane carry supplies for use during battle? Well, I have a traveling merchant on board who can provide supplies for you prior to battle. But take note that you won't be able to stock up for a while once you're engaged in battle at the deck. Interesting. No worries. As long as there are supplies available, we're good to go. So, how are we gonna force our way into the LAJ? Well, it's impossible at the moment. But you guys can make it possible by defeating enough monsters so that we can secure an open route to the LAJ. Hence, let me know once you feel you have taken down enough monsters. We will. Then, let's prepare ourselves before heading to the deck. We'll lure the monsters there and open up a path to the LAJ. Interesting, Virginia is a party member. Oh, cool. So, we got a merchant right here. Before we start, I'm actually gonna save it in the episode and do some things off screen, like equipment and stuff. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Also, this new music is pretty fucking cool. That's pretty nice to hear new music this late into the game. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode.